Hello everyone, welcome to yet another edition of the Open Game Podcast. It's been a minute. My name is Tony, and the guests, or they are not guests, they are the everyday people that are always on the podcast. It's me who has been missing. So, first things first, before we get into our discussions today, let's do the intro. Definitely the intros first. Ladies first.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, as earlier said, you're most welcome to yet another episode on the Open Game Podcast where we discuss various issues. But for now, first things first, my name is Patrisha, and I will be featuring the game in our podcast for this very Friday.
Yeah.
Oh, the ball is mine. Well, thank you so much, dear friends, those who are viewing. My name is Simon Living. Most of you know me for that. Is there any other thing I need to say?
Yeah, marital status.
Marital status. Marital, but that is one of the hardest thing. But I'm a very happy person.
Well,
He's about to
Is it?
He doesn't want to report himself
Sorry.
anyway.
I'm a very happy person. Not single, the right. Am I searching? So for me, I'm just there. Thanks.
we're confused.
It's confused
Very
or
confused.
complicated, yeah.
It is like you're saying a single.
Yes, hello everyone. My name is Skyler, and I want to apologize. The other time I promised to bring another lady apart from Patrisha. Unfortunately, she has been caught up by their monthly salary.
Monthly.
She has no transport anyway, so she will not be here with us. But yes, welcome back, and we hope to have a nice show.
Well, so today we are going to talk very many unfiltered things, and we are at ARAGAN. If you're in Adjumani, you know where ARAGAN is. There's proper accommodation here. There is a health and fitness, swimming pool, and then a lot more. You can always pass by. So today we're going to talk about, I think, relationship. That's a topic that everyone loves.
Yeah.
The only female.
She's in a relationship.
Who is
No
it?
wonder she loves the topic because she knows.
Oh God.
You will learn a lot
Why
from
are
us.
you putting words in my mouth?
Right. We're talking about relationships. We're going to be talking about dating and money. It's going to be, of course, men versus women. For now, it is men versus a woman. But I know you have a lot of women out there. So the first thing we're going to talk about is dating in the modern era. Is it harder for the men or the women? And why would you think it's the other way that you're going?
Oh,
I will want to get Patricia's opinion.
what is your narrative? Oh, me, I have a very different picture altogether. But
On whose behalf, Simon?
let's talk about my own behalf.
I would say it is harder on the side of women. I remember the last time we were here, I did say a lot of things, and out of those, I remembered saying that talking about relationships nowadays, or trying to get yourself into a relationship, even females, it's already something which is scary to you. Why am I saying this? Because probably the previous ones didn't work out, and then you look at other people, you're like, if this is how a relationship is, and then men are not honest. I say this and I'll keep continuing to say it. Honesty is lacking.
Don't say men, just say your
And
man
you
was
people,
not honest.
which man
You
was?
cannot put that.
You might have had a very bad
You're
experience.
making me
Yes.
so bad, and yet I'm a very honest
You-
person. Everyone knows that.
Let's not
Everyone
go
on
there.
camera.
Let us not go there, because if we do, we will shift to a different direction. So yeah, I would say it's hard, but it still depends. I can't speak. Though there are things I also see on the side of men that I feel that a lot is going through men in relationships, but I will not be able to speak for them. The little one I know, yes, At some point, I could be like, maybe it is a 50-50 or 60-40. That's how I'm rating it. Harder for women.
For women.
For women.
To men.
let me come in. I think it's ladies have made it a little bit difficult for men to find the real truth of what they really want in any relationship.
Okay.
Because the expectations are really here, and yet we are here.
Bro.
You get it? What she's expecting in the man, one person may not have it. Like Simon, I don't have it. She has boxes that she wants to tick. Okay?
Yeah.
He's a smart guy. He's gentle. Does he have a very good job? Is he a father type? I mean, quite a number of things, and yet you're not going to find those things in one person. The reason why we have many ladies jumping from one relationship to another is because they fail to get what they want. But for instance, if they put away all the boxes and say, okay, what I'm going to look in Patricia, I want the three things. I want her to be respectful, I want her to be hardworking, let her be able to reason with me. Okay? And then other things that we can keep on building on them one by one. With that, you can reach the peak. If they continue, with that ideology that, I want this man at least to have, out of 10, the 7 boxes that man should be having it. Skyler doesn't have. So you're going to be running from Tony, from Simon, from whoever it is.
Yeah, because we have different characters.
Because of those things you're expecting, I always don't like.
Yeah, I think for me, my reasoning is a little bit different. One thing is women do not know what they want, and they do not know what they're supposed to bring in.
That's very true.
I am telling you, because Patricia, right now, if ladies of the dating age are turning to men, they will never date themselves.
That's true.
And I can speak this with authority that you, even who is here right now, if you turn into a man, you will never date yourself. Because why do I say yes? Why do I think I had a discussion some few days ago. You realize that a rich man will date a broke woman without any complaints, but a broke girl will never date a broke man without any
Society will
yes,
judge you.
that the society first of all will judge you. But what do you want? I will have to enter a relationship where we're both poor, but we're determined to make it work.
Okay.
I will have to date a woman who is there to hold for me the ladder to climb up instead of judging me. But now, if I cannot take you to let's say Ara, then your friend's boyfriend has taken her to Ara, you will start judging me based on your friend's boyfriend. But our situations are different. So that's why I'm saying that when you're dating, okay, for the viewers, if you're looking at a woman, first discuss what she can bring on the table. There's a popular saying that when you remove sex from all relationships, you realize that most girls have nothing to offer. You understand?
It's only the
So,
table.
When you're entering into dating, before all these outings and all that, you need to understand what does this girl bring that will change my thinking of this world. But now you will see that today the modern girls will only tell you, hey, take me out, take me for this, take me for that. A woman will choose going to Heritage of a business conference. That is the kind of girls we have. And the challenge we have right now, it rotates around there. Men are dating girls who do not know what they want, and girls who do not know what they're supposed to bring in the relationship. So you find a man going through all these challenges, trying to fake something with you, even with all the characters you have, the empty characters that you have. No, that's why I earlier on said, a woman, you guys you must have seen that hen that lays egg, just one like this, and you see the noise it makes. That's how our girls are.
When did we reach there?
She'll buy you a phone and
She'll buy you
No.
not even a phone. She'll buy you a box, huh? And
After all
because
I've
that
done
is
for
their
you, after
favorite.
all I've done
After
for
all
you.
because apparently she's not really so aware of what she's supposed to bring in a relationship. So men go through hard time, according to me, than
Like the women.
yes, because of the stranger you meet. This stranger is naive. This stranger is not aware of what he's supposed to bring in the relationship. You cannot discuss something genuine. And most people who are in relationships, you wait for the weekend. There is nothing the girl will ask you apart from take me out, buy me chicken, buy me data, buy me
Ice cream.
airtime, buy me ice cream. But how a good man should have that self-sustaining woman. Instead of you telling me to buy you ice cream every weekend, why don't I give you capital to do your
Actually,
business?
when you have a self, I've seen a lot of scenarios where people have gotten the kind of woman they want, and then at the end of the day, you become the understanding wife or girlfriend because this person thinks, okay, you're so comfortable, you love him so much that he can do whatsoever thing to hurt you. That is one. Secondly, what happens in a scenario where mostly nowadays men, I can attest to that most women nowadays, at least they struggle to do something. They might not be so generous to their men. But then once a man realizes, okay, I have gotten this lady, she's like this, probably she's doing well for herself, she has decided to take you the way you are, you become lazier. I call that, I don't know whether I should call it extortion or something like that.
Who is
This person will be doing
extorting?
things because the man or the men. I've
Just because
asked
you are an
people,
understanding woman.
woman, you are doing well for yourself.
How about
Most
the other
men be
side
like,
of the
I want.
story? How about the other side of the story that the man is doing 100%? Isn't that also extortion?
Even me as a lady, I still do things for myself apart
Patricia,
from a man.
we are-
You're
we
not
are-
going to necessarily leave yourself
Patricia,
to a man if you're
we
not
are
in
looking
marriage.
at a scenario where I am building,
Hmm.
then you can buy semen. That is how relationship is supposed to be.
Another question
We
I
have
want to
gone-
ask is
we
when
have-
you're starting the relationship, do you also sometimes be straightforward? If you feel this is not the right thing, move away from it. Sometimes I feel it is very good to be straightforward. We are entering this relationship. You probably get to know me the more. These are things I am looking at in a woman. Not because you yourself will also study this person with time and you will be able to figure out this is this kind of person and you move out from that relationship
But
or the
are
marriage.
you guys there for such discussions?
Yes.
Are you people there
Tell
for
me
such
when you're
discussions?
starting a relationship and you decide to put this forward and someone is not
You
ready.
know the problem is like we said earlier on, the women don't know what they want. So when the woman is getting into a relationship with you, she doesn't have time for search.
And
She's
then
just
the-
coming for vibes.
And then
That's from the beginning.
you should also blame the other men who have already set the bar so high that some of you will think it is yes. So
The purpose is not to compare yourself with any other person's relationship.
yes.
The way we meet each other, we have different characters, we have different earnings, we have different way of doing things. So
Different backgrounds.
Yes, what you may see as other people enjoying may be a very different story altogether. I've seen it on social media, rather cry in a mansion. And crying a tukulu. And I'm like, God.
And Simon, in those regards, you find the girls who are using those quotes, even the father has no.
And you see the problem I have.
Then you want to
I
cry
have with
whose
women
man's
or the ladies lately is they look at the social impact of whatever they're doing first. So a woman would want to have a proper marriage because she has seen a friend having a marriage. She doesn't know what this friend has gone through. And she's also looking at what the society is going to say about her. So I think it's very hard for us to make.
For me, I think ladies should start.
But
evaluating
and
themselves.
that's why I think relationships and marriages do not work. Because your intention of getting into this marriage is not the marriage itself. It's the buildings this gentleman has, it's the money, the car. But these things These things are not permanent. They might disappear at some point.
Yeah.
Because yes, there is nobody born with wealth. Wealth comes, and when you do not have even a supportive partner, at some point these things will all go.
Yeah, you lose.
For me, my simple advice is for us to make things easier for men and women to avoid these challenges. One, you as a woman accept your man the way he is. If he's poor and that is what God has given you, accept him that way.
And try to grow.
Secondly, we say yes. If you feel I am not the man, just tell me I am not the man.
Do you know why?
If you also feel I am not the woman, I'm over demanding. Let me
We're
go.
over demanding. For me, I think men, we also at a point have one big problem. Coming out, telling this person, this is my financial strength, and this is how I want things to be run if we have this relationship. And which many ladies will look at it as a weakness or negative. Instead of saying, okay, now, if, for instance, if you earn 600,000 per month, can we have a saving apart from what we do on maybe a rent and other things? Instead of me taking you out over the weekend,
At least a woman should
can we do dinner? And have a moment for ourselves.
2 days back.
Can we have this money? See how to multiply it and make sure that we have something for ourselves. And now, for us men also, we want to show that masculinity that yes, I'm able and I can do it. Yes. Not knowing you're emptying yourself every day, time in, time out. You're feeling a vacuum that cannot be filled in a minute.
Yeah.
Eventually, she'll run out of what? Patience.
Yeah.
She'll feel like you're not doing enough because she's seeing Sandra's boyfriend has taken her out. Sandra's boyfriend they're already building on that, but she doesn't know their story. Now, for you, feeling in the vacuum that is so huge and wide, so you won't feel the void, and eventually you realize someone is backsliding. And from there, they'll look for the simplest mistake. A guy will call me at 9 p.m. and say, hey, Simon, how are you? That okay, now see, all this time you've been cheating on me. I should forget all
the good things
you've done.
Yeah.
And then we'll look at the text of the late night call you've received.
Yeah.
And that's the end of the relationship. And not knowing, she has already planned for her next one.
You know, like they told me a woman leaves mentally 3 months earlier. That's that's honest truth. The woman can be with you for 3 months, but she has moved on already. So by the time you realize she has settled,
that's why I say women are cruel. Like,
so guys, I want to know the rating. So how are you going to rate it?
But I think
it's very important.
For me, I think men take more burden in relationships because you're dealing with a stranger, a very clueless stranger.
Really? We are all strangers. We are both strangers to each other.
Clueless.
It is where at least if you have a woman who has a purpose in life or in that particular relationship, I think you can easily. I want to agree with Tony. I remember last time telling you that when, let's say, Patrisha and Simon are dating, and in any case there is a breakup, the next person Patrisha will date is already on her contact list. So we'll be speaking to her. But it is also a definition of you guys not knowing what you want. Because there is no relationship without challenges. There is no smooth relationship. But how we respond to them, there are people who do not bring theirs out. There are people who sit and they finish theirs inside. There are those who come out with my famous artist said some people take their troubles to the church, others take it to the bar. So you may see two happy couple in heritage, but inside they are not. They just do not want to blow their
just imagine our parents, the mothers back then. What is that thing they settled for? You get it? Because you would see struggles and hurdles, but they didn't live.
They could never.
They didn't live. I don't know what was so different by then.
Things changed.
Why they settling for less?
No, first of all, this
Maybe it's just optimism, just like they know that
they tend to know the people they are moving in with earlier, because this scenario of asking for a date, maybe you're coming to ARAGAN was not there. I go to your home, you come to my home. So if I am dating a man with one bed, I accept that man with one bed. But for us here these days, you will find people date for 5 to 6 years. The only place they have seen is a guest house. So now, the surprise is when you reach home, you find the man only has a people with a bicycle, the NGO motorcycle and vehicles are not there. That it becomes a problem you get. So what changed is the act of dating initially during the time of our parents has now changed. It has changed. First of all, there are no go-betweens. Now we have phones. Sitting under the mango tree or visiting your man. These things are not there. Now we meet at ARAGAN.
And you know what is so hard now? I think also it's affecting us men. And those days, when there's a problem within the family or between two people, you realize that the brothers or close friends will sit.
The uncles or the
yes, and make sure that they fix that the word breakup was one of the hardest things. But nowadays, a man will walk away out of a woman's life at ease and no one bothers. A lady will walk out of any relationship at ease and no one bothers. Just imagine the trauma, the things that people go through down there and they don't speak about them.
It's affecting the things men go through.
The things that your men go through. Because you know what is so funny? They don't speak about things they go through, and they are going to carry the same trauma into their next relationship. You get it? A man could heal partly after even a trauma or after a breakup, depending on how the lady treated him. But if there are red flags even at 1.1, 2 to 3, gone.
Okay, so out of 10, me I think I'll give it 7 out of 10. Men, it's harder to date for the men.
Today.
7 out of 10 years to date.
Okay.
What's your rating?
Well, when you Patrisha,
Why? Why are you waiting for my rate?
And you're speaking for all the women.
Yeah. You know, I'm looking at, there is a point where you men can speak like you have your points in general, but then there is also this point where a lady is going to have to speak for herself depending on what she has probably experienced or what she's going through. So that makes a little bit hard for me, but I myself, as Patrisha, I would give it a 6 to
6 out of 10. Higher for the women.
Yes.
All right.
I think I want to go low, like really low, because men go through really, really hard times. And, from my personal experience and from my friends and all people that I know, I would say men really go through hard time, and it's a 3
out of 10.
Out of 10.
Skyler.
This is not based on my personal experience, but somehow I used to offer relationship counseling, and when you listen to stories of men, you know, they go through hell. And in most cases, when you get the stories of women, they feel they are always right. Even if a woman cheats on you, she thinks she's right. She will blame you for why they're cheating on you. So I will go for 8.
8 out of 10.
Yeah.
Harder for the men.
Yeah.
All right. Just a quick one. Yeah, that's very good.
Not so bad.
That's my rating.
Not so bad, but yeah, that is his rating. So I'm trying to compare like all these. You talked of
Mine is 7 out of 10. Yeah.
Harder for men. I am giving it a 6 out of 10. Harder for women. Simon has gone for 3. Skyler has gone for 8. So meaning we are not that bad, we women.
Yeah, I know, but for me, I know there are good women out there. I pray, brother, and find that woman.
Thank you. I was actually going to go for your type. Please, if you go for your type, we know heartbreaks are national.
No, listen, you don't know what God brings. Okay, you can't
in
say.
these guys.
No, you people first show up like angels and you become devils.
I was talking with someone about issues of financial strength, and the person is like, okay, going on a date, first date, it is very hard to discuss financial strength because the first date, the outcome of the first date determines the rest of the dates that are yet to come. So I was trying to reflect back on what I said. Okay, on the first, why can't you tell somebody this is what I need, this is what I need? But then
no, but why are you rushing the person first?
You have to go slowly.
You need to go slow on the person. First of all, first dates are for knowing each other.
No.
It is for knowing each other. You cannot start talking about my finances on the first day. They will have a lot of question marks about you.
What do you want?
Because why do you want about my
something
money?
you're looking for?
Anyway, a quick one. Just I think 3 years ago, I ended a thing I was having with someone for close to 4.5 years. There was someone I was seeing, but that happened because I got laid off from work, so I was home for close to a year, and then that is a perfect segue to the next subtopic we're going to be talking about. Why is it that a man who is struggling is called broke, and why is it that a woman who is broke is considered someone who is figuring it out? Because me, I think I lost a 4-year-old relationship because I was laid off from work and I was going through hell, so I was broke.
Well, I have 3 things. One, I think the level of patience. It shows that women are not built. Okay, that's why if you have issues with the lady, she would rather say it there and then keep quiet until she's ready to really have a mature discussion. So the patience runs out very fast with ladies. They feel much as they're doing something for you, they want to see signs
Of progress.
So they want to see that there's something that is coming up. Okay, and that will make you lie. And when you start lying in your relationship or whatever it is, those unfulfilled promises, those unfulfilled things, it becomes a burden.
But my question is, that patience that you have for the women, the patience that you have
Can
for
never be
them,
reversed.
can it be reversed? The other way around.
No, well, I think basing on the society we're living in, girls are raised with a lot of expectations. And one funny expectation is once you're with a man must provide. Okay, last time I remember when we were here, I was telling you, ladies feel it's so abnormal for them to clear bills. And it is because they are raised that way. You'll find a relationship where there is a man struggling, he cannot pay his school fees. Then, if a woman steps in to pay that school fees, the entire village is aware that she will pay school fees. So, this is more of the society that is setting the girls. If you raise a girl who thinks it is a man's responsibility to provide everything, that's the outcome. Because at your lowest moment, this girl will never be with you. So you may think the problem is the girls, but no. The problem is how have they been brought up? How was the foundation? How is their understanding of the society we are in? And that's why, and mostly even the people who call that man broke are female in nature. You will never find me call Simon broke because I know who Simon is when he was working. Now because situations just changed, you're calling him broke. But if the same situation right now changes tomorrow and the guy finds a job, a well-paying job. So our girls are raised in such a scenario. You'll find a broke girl calling a broke guy broke, but they do not want to be called broke.
Bro, it's like telling a girl she's ugly, bro.
And you think the ladies are figuring it out? No, they are looking for a man who is maybe wealthier
It's
than
figured
you.
it out.
Oh, yes.
A little bit established.
Most family, we tell people, if you think your man is broke, instead of looking for another man, look for a job or you look for something
Exactly.
that can at least help you. If your man has been taking you out on his good days, his job is not there, it is your turn to show the world that yes, you are the woman this man had. And this scenario is common. When Trump became the president, so many men were laid off, and they are not with their women, married, dating, and all that.
Yeah.
Because now these men cannot provide for these women. But now I've been providing for you for 1 to 7 years, several years.
Yeah.
Can't you take just this for a few days
As
and
a-
keep
as a
quiet
direct
about
figure
it?
out,
Yes.
70%.
So we are all figuring it out.
Those who have been under your said,
Mm.
or directed by you say they're going to be in trouble. Now, for instance, our brothers
They're not
and
going,
sisters
they are in
who are
trouble.
working in South Sudan, not even within the country. Once you leave that job after the 7 months, you see hell at home. You see hell in a relationship because the money will never flow like how it used to. Like someone told me, Simon, for us, we are there because of the money.
And you know
There's a
that
lady who takes them, Simon, I'm there because of the money.
money. There are those ones who come out open and be like, yes.
And
Yeah,
so
I want money.
the scenario is the day they fire you, the day your contract runs out, like you said, maybe the next 3 months.
They've already settled somewhere.
Exactly. So we're looking for another relationship.
That is where another problem comes. She tells you, me, I'm here for the money. And then when the job is gone, there is no money, I quit. I become a bad person.
She will never tell the man. She will never
She
come
moves
out
on.
and
You
tell
tell
the
them, but
man.
yes,
Yes, that's
you see that man there, me, I want his money.
And then he also hears it in the corridors and pretends like nothing is happening. Anyways, I'll still go back to the issue of if you go deep down, even you can ask your grandparents. There was that thing of once you get married, or that a man is supposed to be a provider, though you be working together with this man at some point.
They say man is supposed to be a provider,
Yes.
a protector.
Traditionally, yes.
Yes.
Traditionally, according to the African
Yes.
setting, that's how it's supposed to be like.
So, but from raising you, that's why sometimes it is good to correct some things when you're raising your children, with most especially with the current changing era. It is very, very important to just say the right things to your children and let them know that the world is like this, not to destroy them or their future. But I have seen this. Someone was complaining today because a lady brought her man, and the man is not like to the expectation of the aunties who raised her, and then this lady's man, they had already planned, we are getting married, I have accepted you the way you are. And then the aunties from back home were like, like this, but these are people who raised you. You can't disrespect them at some point. And the people who are very family oriented. So she took it. Now she went into marriage and married the type of man that people wanted. And things are no longer the same. Because she's not happy, that's not the kind of person she wants. There are still people out there who accept, as much as they have been raised that way, but still they choose to move out of where they have been caged because they have gone out there.
But
Yes.
I think
I mean the cage. They have caged your brain to a certain
Patricia, if a girl is born and taken to a society where ladies or women help their men, apparently the girl will grow like that. I want to tell you this, there is nothing written anywhere that says that men are supposed to provide. It is not written anywhere. Even the Bible says a woman is your helper. So how are you helping? Define your help.
We are going to the garden,
So,
we are digging.
Now, traditionally, if you see, the traditional women were so hardworking, Tony, to the extent that this woman will go to the garden with you. You, a man, gets tired, you come, maybe take your bath, then you go and sit under a shade, That woman you left in the garden will come back with firewood. She will prepare food. She will serve you food. Okay? Boil for you water and everything. That is the traditional woman. And then also, way back, we used to, our grandies and the mothers we had, they are not as lazy as you. Because I remember them starting, if they confirm that this is a serious relationship, they will start shopping household items. These days, you guys see it to boxers and vest. But they buy saucepans, they buy even clothes for this gentleman. I'm told that the gentleman also picks his favorite shirt and hangs it in this woman's room. There is that science of giving that is being taught to these women early than the science of expectation that a man is supposed to provide. So the element of thinking that men are supposed to provide 100%, and if a man cannot provide, then there is a problem. When you guys are deciding on judging men, first look back at your home. Understand the history of your father and your mother.
Yes.
If all the parents used to reason like the way you guys are reasoning right now, your fathers will be single fathers.
That is true.
Seriously.
Unless someone is that wicked to say that a man should provide 100%.
But they are there.
Yes, there are those. There are lazy people. We are all not the same. We are talking about. We have seen people. I have seen people out there, and I be like, even you, before you start asking a man for money, you also make sure you have yours. Because you are not going to be what if this person decides.
But do you know we are being blamed for not giving you our own money?
Because some of you have become stingy.
I was waiting. I take responsibility. No one talked about it. The one that is stingy.
Simon, let me tell you, a woman wants your own money urgently. And if you don't give us goals, you still.
Imagine you're in the whole in the garage, your dad there, your mom, your man, you're carrying loads of stuff. Then all of a sudden, someone calls and she's like, send me 50,000 urgently.
Sorry, but I think we're dating people who are ungrateful. Okay, they may not be that they want the money, but they are so ungrateful, right? That even the little they provide,
They don't appreciate it,
They don't notice, they don't see it. And it's draining to so many men out there. And of course, like I said, the world is going to judge you as a man. Why are you not providing?
Yes, why are you not doing this?
Okay? And if she goes and say, man, my man earns this much, but this is how much he brings at home. People will be like, he's a stingy man, so why does he take his money? So,
if I know.
Also, nowadays, your money. Now they develop this saying of, your money is our money, my money is my money.
Yes.
Why is there women emancipation then?
But do you also look at a scenario of people who have been raised pampered?
Pampered not to give money to your wife.
Pampered that I'm now going. I don't want to call them lazy, but they grew up like that, getting everything.
Planned kids.
Planned kids.
And then those ones. Those are the ones that really trouble people. And maybe you find those ones. If they're not in any, let's say marriage, you find that she's been dating rich men. Like you never have an history. She dated a guy who was just a beginner, who had just got a job. No. You hear sons who was being dated this person, dated this one, dated this one, because the mentality they have.
But also the chances of them succeeding in relationships is very high. That's why you see they are divorced almost every day. Courts are receiving divorce papers, and most of the people who go for divorce are rich people. And these days we call them planned kids and whatever. But I want to tell you, two poor people can live happily in a marriage without any problem. That's why if you go to soccer, you go to miserable far places.
places, yeah.
You find even one man with the 2 to 3 wives living happily.
And you ask what is his income?
Because they all, the 3 women are all there to support this one man. But now our urban dwellers, these guys with a lot of expectations, with no directions, apparently do not know what they want. My advice,
He's always like that.
my
He always
advice
comes.
maybe for the men is don't sow everything. Okay? If you are a 1 million earner, do not sow everything. Because the girls love raising their standards based on what you have, not what they have. So if you're a 1 million person, she will say that now let me go and do nails at Kalanji's place instead of these mobile guys. You see, they know.
I need to see Kalaji.
Yes. Where the least they pay there is I think around 50,000 for nails. Okay?
Wow.
And then now today when you make the woman pay for her nails herself, my friend, there is a problem. She will start ignoring your good morning messages. She will not respond to your calls, and she will start giving excuses just because she paid for her. The nails are yours. Is it my nails? You come from baby to Iranga straight.
Call me 1 year because now
But we all, both genders, we have things to work upon. Like I said before,
They have a lot.
that was why I was saying, you will ask me right now, I will speak in my own perspective. You go and ask another lady, you know this gender, she will speak, she will not, maybe 1 or 2 points might be matching.
How
But then,
do you
if you ask a man, you guys have literally been speaking the same language,
how do
and I
you
totally
feel?
understand.
How do you feel paying for my hair as a woman? We are dating.
I feel that is a normal thing. But if I know that, if I'm also sure, not that thing for that one you are talking about.
Okay. I hope you're enjoying this episode. If you're first time on the channel, make sure you subscribe to the channel. We're on TikTok as well, Open Game Podcast. Make sure you follow us. Leave us a comment as well. What do you think about what we've been talking about? Are the women finding it hard to date today than the men? Why do they consider men struggling, who are struggling broke, and why are women considered people who are figuring it out? Make sure you give us your thoughts on that. Finally, on dates. Now I believe we're all millennials here. Are you Gen Z?
No.
Okay, we're all millennials here. So why is it that on the first dates, women would want to go to very expensive places and want the men to spend a lot? Yet it is a date where you're supposed to know each other and set a pace for what you're about to start.
Why will you choose ARAGAN instead of Kailongo?
And okay, why are you taking? You want me to go and eat next week? That is what is that? Even I'll be psychologically tortured.
But the point was simple.
It's okay, I
get to sit
understand.
slow and
You
then
see
we
it?
get to know each other.
As if Skyler was there when we were having this discussion. The person exactly. That's why I'm like this was how I reacted. Why would somebody that I can take you, we can go to Kailongo, we sit, we eat your favorite meal, and then we drink and we jazz, I make you happy. I thought we are here to make each other happy and make things work out and stuff. Instead, you choose ARAGAN. So sometimes also you men either you make a mistake. Where would you love to go? Sweet. ARAGAN, you're giving me a blank check.
Okay, yes.
I am feeling it. But
you know, women are so bad. Now, like, let's say if I invited a woman and I want to see you for the first date. I'm like, okay, you come to the shop, and I'm going to buy ice cream for 1,000 here. Then the woman says, why that place? The place is so open. Can we do some other place? What is it we're going to meet at the shop?
Maybe she feels here at ARAGAN. It is a date, it is a first date. She needs a free space. where it is only private space, you and it is. But you see, here you see that children are running.
Yeah. And just imagine me, okay? I take a talent. I know. Because you're not trying to have a conversation. You know why? From nowhere, another one is going to come and tell you, okay, let me tell you, we have that scenario here. I cannot go to
Leisure park. Because
I know even when we start having a conversation, someone will come and say, well, what's up? Everyone say,
You put to the corner.
people
like
move.
we shall never have that moment right now. It's me and you are engaging each other until the time comes up. But also, who is the person that is having that date? It's also that we're looking at nowadays. Okay? Is she want the date? First of all, the day one,
Maybe you just deserve
you just want to get food and then you take her home.
Yeah.
Another thing is, like a lot of bad habits. Okay? Leave alone the boys or someone that's saying, hey, someone, what's up? You take a girl out and the entire time she's what? On her phone. And you can't have a conversation flow. So if there's no point of connection, even I can tell from day one, if the first time I met you and you can't leave your phone even for more than 5 minutes, a red flag, and there's no need for me but to spend that money and take you out on a date because I know it's going to be boring. It will reach a point all of us should be on our phone because if you think of the phone as well as the phone, but like I said, the date is supposed to be something very new and something very interactive and all that. So you always have a connection. But people are not saying that. I've seen guys who take even their girlfriends out in the nightclub. One of the launches, by the entire time, she's on her Snapchat. Okay? When the DJ plays good music, she goes down. And she goes down. She doesn't dance yet. Men want to ladies with personality, with character. You get it? Not the boring ass.
The shortest relationship I had is when I invited the girl home to come and cook so that we can have enough meal. The whole chicken. And then she took it as if
The other way around.
I was being traditional. Then I'm like, if you come home and we slaughter and cook together, I feel there is so much love in that compared to us going to cook, us going to eat what somebody has cooked. Because watching you cook is done with love. And then eventually the day ended with the conversation. But then the whole thing comes back to the circles that we have, the pressure that comes with, and where we expect too much feedback from our circles. Because I know a girl can go with me and have a very good time at Kailongo. Then a girl can go with somebody and have a very terrible time at ARAGAN. It all depends on what's the purpose of the date and what do you intend to achieve out of it. I can go to Kailongo, get to know you. We can easily talk, or we can sit at leisure park. This town has grown. People see you two having a conversation. They will not even bother disturbing you. But here you're with a lady, she's watching people. You are there with her. Obviously, but he will come and sympathize with you in your situation. Now, why sometimes these things become expensive is because we want to create an impression to people who do not even matter to our relationship. We want to tell friends that, hey, Skyler has taken me to ARAGAN and Simon has taken maybe his girl to Kailongo. Simon will become a laughing stock, and then I would be a king because I've brought the girl at ARAGAN. That is when judgments, and when you listen to the circles of these girls that you go out with, I think 90% of them will say you rather look for a guy like Skyler and ignore this one who takes you to what? To Kailongo. And we attach our relationship so much into public opinion than what other people will say. Why can't we keep? I've been a victim. I've been a victim of dating a lady who feels the public is supposed to first affirm. When you post and she reads the comments and she gets happy out of that. But is that what I want? So the people around us, the people we try to impress, even the person you're trying to impress is not the person you're dating, but her friends or his friends. So sometimes when we are setting up this date, let's look at what we want. Do I need to get to know Patricia? Does Patricia need to get to know me? This can happen anywhere. Okay? It can happen anywhere. It doesn't really necessarily have to be what?
In a specific.
Yes. Me,
Yeah, for you.
now, I would prefer to even take a woman to the farm than take a woman to what? To Ara fishing lodge. No. So you need to understand me. You need to understand that next time, because you see, you will call me that, hey, babe, where are you? I need to see you. I tell you I am in the farm. And then you become very surprised. Yet I am a farmer. So I rather show you that I am a farmer than show you that I am a consumer of farm products. I could take you, go and eat chicken with chips and all that, but that is not me. So first date is supposed to be for us to know each other, for you to know me. It doesn't matter where.
And
Anywhere.
that's when you say the first word
Yes.
for your going to
Yeah, for us
Exactly.
ladies, one thing we need to know is we the ladies fear being judged out there, whether by friends, whether by the public. That is one thing we fear, and we
I
will
was
make sure
talking
we
about that.
avoid it as much as possible. If it comes, it should come as, I don't know whether a mistake or by the way that people are going to look at. Because there are people out there, right? There will also sometimes small life, you fake it and you need to prove points to people.
They call them Laura points.
The advice,
time.
Yeah.
I've some little
About taking life.
the advice is, Simon,
I know.
you're dating for you. Okay? The trauma, the torture you go through, is on you alone.
It's not on
So
society.
it's not on the society.
That is
So when you're choosing a man, choose the man you want. Choose the woman you want. Do not choose
Yes.
somebody because the society approves. Okay? I can post your pictures and you get all those likes. But what if I don't like it? Or I don't like you in the house? So all those scenarios, we can try our level best, but choose somebody your heart wants, choose somebody you can accept the way he or she is, then the peace of mind comes in. But when you choose people because your friend so and so likes this person, or because he takes your friends out and buys beer and all that, that will be a very terrible society.
Yeah, anyway, this has been a very good one. Skyler, Simon, Patricia, and myself. Quick fire question as we end this one.
okay.
On the first day, who pays the bill?
The man.
The man. Simon pays the bill on the first day. Okay, Skyler pays the bill on the first day.
Okay, normally I'll prefer a woman who supports paying the bills.
Okay.
I will actually, that will create a very important impression for all of us. That means the woman is responsible. The woman wants to own what you guys have. The date is not for one person. If I initiate and you take responsibility, you're a good woman. But our society thinks it is the man to pay the bills. But when God gives you a woman who pays your bills, my friend, you're
I
blessed.
second that, but I would also take her ideas when
I
you
would-
suggest it.
Yes, I was actually going to say that. You asked me, I was-
Say that.
No,
I said I would say a man, because
Oh,
I know obviously a man will ask me to go on a date.
But
But the next time I will.
by the
Mostly,
we are
the first date is initiated by a man.
moving away. Women who want
We
men
know
to
that.
suggest. We want women who can suggest. Yes, and we go. Why
I
must
can
you
do
wait?
that after the first date.
No, it's not supposed to be that way. Then you shouldn't fight for emancipation of equality.
Do you know some people, do you know at some point some men take it as being desperate? Do you know?
Now, when I ask you out on a date, I'm also desperate.
No, you're not. But
So why
as a man, we already know. You see, we talked about this thing last time. A man asks me out. You ask me out. Then you ask me on a date. Even I won't take an offense if we go on a date. If I initiate the second date or the third one, and I get up for the thing, I don't see
by the
anything
time
wrong with that.
a man asks you out, there was a genesis. You guys had conversation. It does. It's not that I meet you on the way and say, hey, can we?
Yes.
There was a foundation that we had started. Okay, so it doesn't matter who asks. If you can support your man, you clear the bill for a date, do it. It makes you a woman. Okay? It actually, yes. You see, sometimes you ladies, do you know how you stay in a man's mind after supporting him clear the bill on your date?
Small things.
Okay? Pay for the food, let me pay for the drinks.
Unless you run out
But then,
of cash, then I help you
even if I know, once they bring the bill up like this, say, hey, there's 50K here. Let him refuse.
It's not
And then also the last question I had was on the dates. Let's say normally when I ask you out, Patricia, you girls tend to come out with your friends, 2 or 3. What do you do? Yes. There are scenarios. But when you ask a girl out, she comes with a sidekick. The reason they give is safety or like security. That's what I always give. So what happens when that happens to you? Or do you think that is a very good idea?
That is a very stupid idea.
So the first time now when you're saying
That is a very stupid idea. First time you people are going out, you and your partner or your partner to be, you're going to, it's like what Simon was saying, your friend will join the table, you will definitely feel bad. I really don't advise. You can wait for other days. Even if I'm a man, I am going.
Even if on other days, let me know. You tell me that, you know what, one or 2 friends of mine will want to come. And if I say no, don't feel bad. But you know, when I say no, I will get, I think, the biggest impact. And your boyfriend takes you on a date. Why are you on? And then also, you people, I think there is a way you feel, yes. I've seen it commonly say, let's go and eat my man. That is the chopping. And then even after chopping, you still go and discuss.
So that
we have eaten for this year's man.
You guys, what do you get those legs from you? I want to know.
Who sleep with you and then later sleep with your friend.
You're the one marketing your man.
But still, I would advise on a first date, no. Please, no, ladies, don't embarrass.
Even on second date, to be consent. I must consent.
Yes. If your guy or your woman is okay with it, you go on with it. Anyway, that's what we've had this episode. On the next one, we're going to be talking about body counts. We're going to be talking about social media, the red flags as well. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. If you're a first timer, leave us a comment on the conversation we've had here. Give us a like as well. It's very good for the algorithm. And thank you guys so much for coming.
See you next Friday.
See you guys.
Ciao.
Out.